Oh, Jesus, I look absurd. I had the top bun as a tribute to the Queen Doty, but I'm not a cute, tiny little British girl, so. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, okay, I know that I literally just made an anti-haul. Listen, I was innocently, with no agenda, scrolling through Instagram a couple days ago, and I was accosted. I was gooped, I was gagged, I was shanghaied by new makeup releases. And so I decided that I couldn't let the opportunity pass me by not to chat about them with all of you. And because this is a chatting about new product releases videos and not an anti-haul, by the laws of my own channel, that means I am formally allowed to openly lust over makeup products that I want to buy. Who's ready to get sweaty? ABH Cosmetics is putting out something called the Opalescent palette now. When you hear a palette called Opalescent and you're me, you'd think, gosh, I'm expecting duochromes. I'm expecting all the colors you might see on an opal, you know? Lavenders, light pinks, light baby blues, pastel green, a pearly white, some sort of transformer shade. Because I've seen opals before, you know? My mother's birthstone is opal. I'm very familiar with them. What I wouldn't expect, neutral browns and pinks, which is what I got. I will give them the fact that this palette does contain a couple of cute little purples, but what? Where do you see opals in here? I think this is a palette that would be really at home in the collection of someone who wants to welcome more purples and pinks into their collection but doesn't want anything too deeply saturated. But Opalescent, BH. Let me move my bang so I can read that again. Also, let's take a quick field trip to the outer packaging. You know what I'm gonna say. You see that green over there? Almost yellow over there? Blues on that outer packaging? ¿Dónde están? Porque no los veo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see them. I talked about the Wet n Wild Rebel Rose collection in my anti-haul, but I didn't really talk too much about the individual products in it, except the quirky rose brushes and how I don't want them in my life or anywhere near my physical person. This color shifting cream blush and color shifting lip balm, I actually want, which may seem weird because this is the epitome of a gimmicky product, but the reason why I want to buy this is because there's another gimmicky product that's exactly like this, pair of products actually, that I've been fighting against buying for the past like 3 years, and that is the Lipstick Queen Frog Prince lipstick and blush. I could never bring myself to do it because they're so expensive. Even when they were on sale, it was more money than I wanted to spend on products I'd be experimenting with. And now I'm seeing a lip product and a blush from a really inexpensive brand that I could experiment with. And that's exciting to me, you know? It gets all the butterflies fluttering. It's something I'm really excited about, and I'm probably going to buy these. And by probably, I mean I'm going to buy them. As for the eyeshadow quads, I am really interested in the one that's just sort of pink. I really enjoy the pearly light pink paired with those deep purpley cooler shadows. The other two don't really do much for me. Green, gold, black, and red could be interesting if you want to experiment more with reds, but I can't see red and green together and not think Christmas. And the other one that's like white, blue, taupe, and pink, I don't have any feelings about her whatsoever. I don't think those colors look good together at all. I do also have some thoughts and opinions about the skincare side of this collection, but keep in mind that I'm not a skincare expert and I'm not a dermatologist. I was looking through the ingredients of the Rebel Rose Photo Focus Rose Multi-Use Oil, and I noticed that the only ingredient that seemed to have anything actually derived from roses was rose damascena flower extract, which is the very last ingredient of what appears to be like 15 to 20 ingredients. And according to Paula's Choice, it is oil of a very fragrant pink rose used as a fragrance and cosmetics. It could be also used as a skin conditioning agent, but because it's super fragrant, it could also become a skin irritant for people if you're sensitive to that. Note that that is there, it could irritate your skin. Fragrance slash parfum is also in here, which could also irritate your skin. And this product has coconut oil in it, in a higher concentration than the rose damascena flower extract. And as far as I know, coconut oil has the potential to clog pores. If you've had an issue with that in the past, you might want to skip this. I'm not Caroline Hirons. I can't answer these questions for you, okay? I'm just letting you know what's in the product. Skincare Twitter, please let me keep the very few edges I have left. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Cancel me if you must. Moving on. The day of reckoning has finally come. Robin Rihanna Fenty has released a product that I'm going to buy. A couple of days ago, some photos of some new additions to the Killawatt range of Fenty Beauty were released. One of these kilowatts is an iridescent baby blue shimmer called Chillz. I swatched it in store. It's sparkly and blue, and it's probably lovely on some people, but it's not really what I'm looking for. The other one is a sparkly baby icy pink named wattabrat. And I put it on my cheekbones and I looked like a sparkly ice queen, icy pink, rosy princess, and that's all I want in a highlighter. Oh, it was so pretty. I'm sorry, I'm very excited about it because I really want it. I was a little bit apprehensive about it right when it got launched because I thought it looked pretty initially. And then I looked on Sephora and the swatches they had for it on Sephora made it look super magenta and almost darker than the Ginger Binge Moscow Mule duo that I already have. But thankfully I found myself in a mall last weekend, which allowed me the opportunity to test out wattabrat, like I said, and it's perfect. So Too Faced is coming out with a sequel to the Natural Love palette from about 2 years ago. This one's called the Natural Lust palette, and this one has a turquoise and a pink and no other differences. I'm kidding. The first one clearly has a much higher concentration of brown, whereas this one is much more of a blushed tone. You get sort of coffee colored browns, but nothing too dark. If you want a bunch of pink eyeshadows that look exactly like each other, almost to the point where you can play a memory matching game with them, like this one looks just like this one and this one looks just like that one, then go hog wild on toofaced.edu. In all honesty though, the matte magenta and the sparkly turquoise are quite lovely. Beauty Bakerie. You had to do me like this. Beauty Bakerie is coming out with a palette called the Proof is in the Puddin palette. Got pictures of banana pudding all over the cover. Now, I for one love banana pudding. I think it's delicious, especially with some Nilla wafers. Now, you would assume that a palette with bananas all over the cover of it would probably have one color in particular on the inside. Perchance a matte banana yellow. Bish, you guessed it, you was wrong. There's sort of this very pale taupe yellow that looks like the banana baby food from the Rugrats movie, but Beauty Bakerie. I need the bananas in there, okay? I need those yellows. I need those sunny tones. Especially because Beauty Bakerie being a black-owned brand, I am always keen on experiencing yellow eyeshadows that are made by black people because it's a really hard shade to get right for melanated skin. I think this is a bit of a missed opportunity, I'm gonna be honest. Much like the Too Faced Natural Lust, I'm sure that this is a perfect everyday palette for somebody out there, and I don't doubt in any capacity that Beauty Bakerie can make a solid eyeshadow palette. I'm sitting with my arms crossed because it's comfortable, but I feel like I'm like Ron Swanson right now. You put yellow on the cover. You led me astray, Beauty Bakerie, and for that you should go to jail. Absolutely no, do not pass go. No habeas corpus jail. So, Colourpop Cosmetics is collaborating with one of my personal favorite creators, Zoella. I've watched Zoella since about 2011. I think she's really fun to watch. I think she does great makeup tutorials, and I've never actually seen a Zoella video. And she's collaborating with Colourpop for a neutral palette with a pop of blue. Natch, this is Colourpop we're talking about. One thing I would like to mention before I go any further is there's this YouTube and internet news site called We the Unicorns that I read sometimes because I can't believe the internet is my chief interest, but it is. And the picture that they used of Zoella to talk about this launch with Colourpop is the scariest picture of Zoella I think I've ever seen, and she should sue them for using that. She probably posted it herself, but she should sue them anyway. I can tell that Zoella's management team is like, we gotta reignite her career, because I feel like a week earlier she was announcing a collab potentially with Lush, and now we have one with Colourpop. So it's just, she's become such a brand that I don't know, even if I were a fan of her, if I were like still an adult, I don't know if I'd be able to find it in myself to be excited about this, you know? My actual qualm with this collaboration is less to do with the products themselves and more with the brand that the collaboration's with. I would conjecture that most of Zoella's fans are younger and therefore probably wouldn't have a ton of disposable income, and also British, and it costs like $10 to ship stuff to the UK from Colourpop. But I put some random things in a cart that was less than the price threshold for hitting global free shipping for Colourpop, which is $50. Because if I were 16, I probably wouldn't be spending $50 on makeup in one setting. So I had a $39 total that's now a $48 total because of shipping. With Lush, Lush is a UK-based brand, so it's really easy to get Lush products for not much of a markup if you already live in the UK, but Colourpop is a US brand. So I feel like there's just like a random extra challenge tacked on for people who are probably the most committed Zoella fans if they want to get these products. I guess I'm just privileged to not have to know very much about how international shipping works because I was born in the United States of America. BH Cosmetics is making a second appearance in this video. They're starting to make mini zodiac palettes for each individual sign, and they're releasing them the same way that Bite Beauty released their Astrology by Bite lipsticks last year, where they're not releasing the new one until you get to the season of that sign, which I think is really silly and I don't like that. But as it is the greatest time of the year, Pisces season, it is now time for the unveiling of my palette. I don't think I know how I feel about this. I just don't get excited when I look at this. And I think that's because one of the most exciting things about the original Zodiac palette and the Love Signs palette, even though I don't have that one, is the baked shadows are really exciting. You have these sort of dull looking shimmers. I just am very neutral, leaning towards about this palette. I'm definitely not buying it for myself. Even though it's called Pisces, I learned my lesson with the Wet n Wild Pisces gloss. I know that there's a look you can make out of this. It's got some cool browns, it's got a green. I don't know, I feel like it's expected for me to rag on this because the Capricorn palette was so unattractive. I just sincerely don't have strong feelings either way about this palette. It could have been worse. We gotta talk about Colourpop again. So if you watched my very long lip gloss video, which if you didn't, I totally get it. It's very long and it's just about lip gloss. But let me give you a TLDR or a TLDW. I love lip gloss. Specifically, I love plumping lip glosses that are pretty sheer. And Colourpop, I'm sorry, I'm getting lightheaded. Colourpop is releasing a line of plumping lip glosses and squeezy tubes called So Juicy. I'm gonna pass out, I'm sorry. I saw this like in an Uber. Somebody tagged me in this and I saw it in an Uber and I almost asked the guy to let me out on the side of the road so I could hyperventilate. I needed to like lmao breathe myself out of it. I'm so excited about these. I have to whisper, I'm gonna scream. I'm so sorry. I'm really excited about this launch. I'm getting the clear one. Okay. I'm getting at least 2 of those neutral ones. I might get that red one. I'm sorry. I'm really excited about these. They're launching tomorrow. I didn't know that until I looked at it right now. They're launching tomorrow. It's fine. The no buy is intact. I'm not gonna buy these tomorrow. I doubt they're gonna get sold out because plumping lip glosses are kind of a polarizing product, but not for me. Not for me, sis. For other people with no sense. This is the one I'm most excited about. I'm like sincerely very excited about these lip glosses. Good job, Colourpop. This is not one of those times where I would wish you would color stop. In fact, I think you've color topped yourself. I would love if you would color drop me a message on Instagram and offer to color send me these for free. God, I'm sorry I started screaming. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't claim to be in charge of my own life. I'm just living it. You know? I've recently discovered, if you don't watch my friend Lacey, her username on YouTube is Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, we have a running gag in our friend group and also among her subscribers that she has so many palettes, so many eyeshadow palettes of different shapes and sizes that they're in her walls, they're in her floors. If you peeled off the wallpaper, instead of insulation, she'd have eyeshadow palettes. That's her thing. For me, that's lip gloss, baby. Instead of blood, I have lip gloss. Instead of saliva, I have lip gloss. Instead of tears, I cry lip gloss. Okay, I've gone deep enough into my Instagram saved that this is just now a mixture of Casey Fry videos and cat videos. So I think we're ready to move on to the final product. So everyone's favorite makeup brand for people who already have perfect skin is coming out with a makeup remover. Like, okay, what person who actually wears Glossier every day even needs a makeup remover? You guys hear that? It's like really late. Who's knocking at my door? Hello? Hello? Oh my god, Emily Weiss, CEO of Glossier.
You're damn straight. I've got a couple questions for you. That rosewater spray you use every morning, what brand is it from?
Glossier.
Thought so. Question 2. That clear lip gloss and cherry lip balm you wear all the time, where are they from?
Glossier.
Right. Lastly, that hand mirror you use in almost all of your videos, we gave that to you free in an order, didn't we?
Yes.
Correct. So what I'm hearing is you love Glossier products. You just make fun of them to seem relatable. Isn't that right, you clout-chasing fraud?
Yes.
Good girl. Keep Glossier's name out of your mouth and we won't have any more problems. Understood?
Yes.
Yes. What?
Yes, Vinyl Skin Goddess Emily Weiss.
Right. So, am I gonna hear you bashing my brainchild on your irrelevant YouTube channel again? For the sake of your skin cells, I hope that's true.
Oh my god, are you even wearing makeup?
What kind of stupid question is that? Look at my eyebrows. Of course I am. I'm wearing a full face of makeup right now. I'm Emily goddamn Weiss. I own a cosmetics brand. See you at the showroom.
Oh my god, is that rose water? Oh my god, are you even wearing... Had to blink there, Jesus. This is the stupid part. This is the really stupid part. Okay, gotta be scared.